We are roughly a week out from the first Paramount card, UFC 324, between Paddy the Baddy Pimblett and Big Rufus Justin Gaethje. Today I'm going to be running through the card, giving you my full predictions, and towards the end of the video I'm going to be giving you some parlays so that we can cash together. So let's go through this card. Some fights to highlight on the prelims. I like this fight right here, Michael Johnson, Alexander Hernandez. That's one to pay attention to. I think Michael Johnson gets that one done. I think he's the underdog as well. Just coming off that win against Zellhuber, obviously that was one of the biggest upsets of the year, and I think he gets it done, maybe by knockout. So pay attention to that. Another one I like is I don't know what's going on here, but Charles Johnson and Perez. I think that's one to pay attention to. Charles Johnson, people forget, man. This guy knocked out Joshua Van a little bit over a year ago. I think he gets that one done as well. But I'm more focused on these fights right here. Obviously, Atiba Gauthier, another guy to pay attention to. He slams people out for a living. So that's one. Pay attention to that. But here we go. First prediction. Umar Nurmagomedov, Davison Figueiredo. I'll pull up the full thing here. I think Umar gets this one done. I think he gets it done by decision. I think Davison Figueiredo, obviously coming off that Sandhagen loss, didn't look great. I think there was an injury in there, though. But he is 30. I don't know why it doesn't have his age on here, but he's getting up there. And I think the wear and tear is gonna wear and tear. And I think Umar gets it done rather easily. I think this will be a forgettable fight, just like Umar's last fight. But I think it puts him in line for maybe the title, but we'll talk about Sugar Sean later. Obviously, he has history with Peter Yan. Umar doesn't, so we'll talk about that. But I think Umar gets it done by decision. I mean, doesn't have the odds on here, but he's over 1,000 favorite. So let's get into the main card. Arnold Allen, Gene Silva. This fight is an absolute banger. This is probably the one I'm the most excited for, to be honest. Gene Silva, one of the fastest guys in the division. I think Arnold Allen is one of the guys that can actually match that speed. I think people are counting out Gene Silva after that Diego Lopez KO. But once again, people forget this guy was piecing up Diego Lopez before he got hit with that spinning back elbow. And I think Gene Silva gets it done. I think he gets it done by knockout as well. I think we're going to look back at this and remember this as a brutal KO. I like Arnold Allen a lot, but he just hasn't fought in a really long time. I think the last time he fought was definitely 2024. I think he was on that Aspinall card against Giga Chikadze. But I think at first these guys are going to be throwing, matching each other's strikes. But I just think Gene Silva's too quick for him, and I think he KOs him. So he'll be ranked in the top 5 or top 6 after he wins that, and I'm sure they'll try to get him in the title picture. So let's look at Waldo Cortez Acosta, Derek Lewis. Another fun fight here. Derek Lewis coming off that fraudulent win, kind of that early stoppage. And, Waldo, decision guy, but he just got that KO after he got eye poked. I think Waldo Cortez Acosta, I think he gets it done. I think he gets it done by decision against Derek Lewis, sadly. I'm definitely going to be rooting for Derek Lewis in this one. But I just think Cortez is going to be too fast for him. I think he pieces him up on the feet. I don't think he KOs him, though, because it's 3 rounds. I don't think that's long enough to figure out Derek Lewis, but I do think he gets it done by decision. Maybe a close decision. And now we'll move on to the co-main event of the evening between Sugar Sean and Song Yadong. Obviously a banger here as well. Let's talk about what happens for Sugar Sean if he loses this fight. He's talked about maybe retiring, even if he goes on a winning streak this year, which doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. The move to 145 probably makes more sense to me if he loses this fight. And I think he'll do that if he loses this fight. But the kicker is I don't think he loses this fight. I think he KOs Yadong. I think he knocks out Song Yadong. And if he doesn't, I think he gets it done by decision. But I do think this is a really tough fight for O'Malley. But obviously a striker's delight. O'Malley losing against Merab twice. Last time got finished. Hasn't fought in a while. I think this is finally his chance to get back. And he's got a great chance in front of him with Peter Yan, a guy who he's beat, who is the champion. So I think he wins this fight, and I think he sits out for a while until he gets the title shot. I don't think he's going to fight Umar. That's too risky of a fight. And if you go to my TikTok, I said that Sean O'Malley was Peter Yan's nightmare matchup, which doesn't make a lot of sense because O'Malley lost to Merab twice, but I do think that O'Malley's range is too much for Yan. I think now it's obviously a closer fight than maybe what it was, but yeah, I think O'Malley gets it done by KO, maybe round 3. If he can't put him out, I think he wins by decision. Now we'll go into the main event, Paddy Pimblett, Justin Gaethje. They have the odds at Pimblett minus 200, I think, at the time. I'll pull it up after this, but I think this is a 50-50 fight. I really do. And I've gone back and forth with this in my mind. I was going to make a video on how Justin Gaethje will smoke Paddy Pimblett. But I'm almost going back on that now. My first reaction to the announcement was Paddy's going to take him down and he's going to submit him. And I think that's probably everybody's reaction to this fight announcement. Once again, people are upset about them making this fight, leaving Arman out. You know, Ilya can't fight. People are upset, but this is still a good fight. Obviously, it's for the belt, which is kind of annoying, but it's still a great fight, and it's truly 50-50 in my head. And I think, I think if Pimblett's not careful, he will get knocked out in this fight. You guys might be annoyed by this prediction because I'm kind of fence sitting this fight a lot, and I'm sure a lot of other people are as well. I don't think anybody out there is like Paddy Pimblett's easily going to win or Justin Gaethje's easily going to win, and if they are doing that, it's probably for clickbait. But I think I'm going to take Paddy Pimblett in this one, and I think if it goes to a decision, Paddy gets the nod because they want Ilya versus Paddy. But one thing I will say, if Paddy Pimblett strikes the way that he did against Michael Chandler on the feet, this guy also went to war with Tony Ferguson. I think he will get hurt. I don't know about knocked out because Justin Gaethje is definitely washed. I mean, this isn't the same Justin Gaethje as we're used to seeing, but it's still Justin Gaethje. I think people are kind of counting out Justin Gaethje just because he's old. You know, he got slumped by Max Holloway. Last fight was very forgettable against Fiziev, but who has Paddy Pimblett fought? Really nobody. And Gaethje's been through murderer's row. So I think I'm gonna sit this fight. But if I have to lean away, I'm gonna lean Paddy Pimblett by decision. Simply because Paddy Pimblett doesn't really take people down. I know you guys think about Paddy Pimblett as this guy who just takes everybody down and submits them with amazing jiu-jitsu. He has a 30% takedown percentage. That's not very good, and especially Justin Gaethje's takedown defense is pretty solid as well. So the reason why Pimblett was able to submit Bobby Green was because he got taken down and reversed it. I don't think Gaethje's going to take down Paddy Pimblett. So, yeah, I think Paddy Pimblett's going to have to take down Justin Gaethje. I think it's going to be harder than people realize, but I do think Paddy Pimblett wins this fight. So let's go look at the odds for this fight. I normally look at FanDuel, so we're looking at a minus 1,600 favorite for Umar. Probably don't want to take that. If you're going to take that, I'd probably look at maybe rounds. I don't know what over 2.5 rounds looks like, but I would probably take that if I was looking for a prop there. Michael Johnson, my prediction is a plus 148, slight underdog. Gaethje, minus 1,000. Stay away from that. And then the main card. If I'm betting, I'm slamming Justin Gaethje. What? I'm slamming Justin Gaethje money line. Plus 186. That's great value. As high as plus 200 on Caesars. I don't know who's betting on Caesars, but yeah, I mean, plus 186. O'Malley's minus 215. I'm taking that all day. Cortez Acosta minus 330. I mean, all these are great odds. I'm slamming Gene Silva money line, and obviously we were just hit with the news about Kayla Harrison pulling out, so Amanda Nunes and Kayla Harrison is not happening. So my parlay for y'all is Gene Silva money line minus 310. Sean O'Malley money line minus 215, and Justin Gaethje money line plus 186. That's my more risky play. That's going to be plus 454. If I was choosing a safe parlay, I'm going with Gene Silva at minus 310, Sean O'Malley at minus 215, and I'm probably taking Waldo, to be honest. So it's going to come out to plus 152. That's a pretty safe parlay. So those are my parlays, so we can cash together. But that is going to be my UFC 324 main card breakdown, specifically highlighting some prelim fights because it's such a strong undercard. But yeah, I appreciate you watching. Follow me on TikTok and X at FightTalk-MMA. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe and like. And I'll catch y'all in the next one, boys.